Trends forecaster Gerald Celente is with us again this evening, commenting on President Obama's insistence that the real reason for a strike on Syria is his alleged use of chemical weapons. Celente says that is just a pretext.
The pretext is more power in the Middle East, and it's more about Iran and control of that entire area. You know, Syria is Iran's really last ally in the area. And when you look at the map and you read the facts, you go back to 2011, the Russian Navy was rebuilding the port of Tartus in Syria to put its fleet there and to expand upon it. And that's the only port in the Mediterranean for which the Russian and Chinese have access to ports. Before that, there was another one, but that's now gone. That was in Libya.
So we're trying to prevent the Russians from getting dominance in the Mediterranean area.
It's not even dominance, it's presence. And the main focus of this is really a weakening of both Iran and Hezbollah, which of course is the dominant force in Lebanon. You know, people forget this. Israel suffered a humiliating defeat against Hezbollah in the last war in 2008 and 2009 when Obama just went into office, before actually he got into office. And so Syria is Hezbollah's main ally, and of course many of those weapons that go to Hezbollah come via Iran. So it's really the Iran, Syria, Hezbollah triangle, and this has very little to do with so-called chemical weapons, and by the way, who used them, because there's a lot of controversy as to whether al-Nusra and al-Qaeda used them or the Assad regime.
You've been saying for years that you think Syria might be a flashpoint for something much more dire.
Yes, it will be the beginning of the first great war of the 21st century. We have already heard from Iran and Syria that there would be severe retaliation against the United States. Now, President Obama has made it clear to the American public that the Syrian military cannot match ours, and he's correct. It's a tiny country compared to the United States, and particularly its military compared to ours. Iran is a very different story. It becomes a total destabilizing force within the Middle East. Israel, it would be, I believe, the next target, and the beginning, as I said, the first great war of the 21st century. There would be no stopping it.
And that was Trends forecaster Gerald Celente of Kingston, New York, head of the highly regarded Trends Research Institute.